Okay, folks, welcome back. Kind of a late start, but better than nothing. We'll see if we actually get anything productive done today, or it's just all talk. And here we have the three U.S. half tracks and the Sherman 105 millimeter tank. Now, of course, this is 176 scale, so it's actually it looks significantly smaller than the 76 millimeter one, but that's just what it is. I mean, like, I picked this up at a estate sale. There was a bunch of models that were owned by the deceased person, and his family was selling them, and I just figured I'd gobble this one up and see if I could do something with it. It was already pre-built. It was kind of a little rough, but I'm sure we'll do something with it. It's actually looking a lot better now than it did when it was unpainted, and we're still not done with it. Actually, not bad. Not a bad looking Sherman. You know, not a bad looking Sherman. I believe this is a Fujimi kit, or was. So, and then we've got the three M3A1 half tracks from Corgi. They're die cast, and they used to be this color. So, they should paint up pretty well as well. So, we need to do some weathering. No, we need to do markings on them and then do the weathering. So let's look at the Sherman, because that one's easier to kind of figure out since it is only one vehicle. I think we were talking about putting some writing on it in white, unlike the other Shermans that have them in yellow. The markings and stuff on there. This has the later pattern track, so you're talking about something that came around. I don't know exactly what the date, but I suspect it's September, October 1944 onwards. It had a metal track on it instead of the combination of the rubber and metal of the other ones. So I'm gonna just do a little search here for, and I gotta have my phone plugged in because it's dangerously low on power. It was like down to 40%, which I consider that to be dangerously low. But we're gonna do M4 105 millimeter tank. And we're going to do image search. No, images is what we want. And actually, I'm going to go on tank for 105 tank decals. Okay. So here's one in 135th scale. These are French. Okay, we're not doing a French vehicle. We're not doing French and Indochina. M4, M4A3. Okay, so this one has a 14 on the side of it. I'll just paint 14 on it. F it. It's right underneath the turret. That would probably work. I think this is the only one that has. You'd think there would actually be more of a variety of decals that they make for some of these vehicles, but there's just a lot of the same repeat things over and over again. There's not as much variety as you would think that there is. One from Dragon. Come on, give me some inspiration. Of course, the jumbos are pretty good, attractive looking, I think. And a lot of it has to do with the mantlet. The mantlet that's on the front of the jumbo is actually really attractive looking. It's probably the best, I think the best looking Sherman tank in U.S. service is a jumbo. This one have a nickname all the way up front here. Yeah, this is basically what I have here. I'm going to visit here, see if we've got any kind of... This is a Dragon. I didn't know Dragon made things in 1/6 scale. That's pretty darn big. Okay, so let's go to scale, mates. You know, I don't mind doing this, and if you don't do this now, you're really not going to want to look at what's available after you've already made a decision. M4 105 millimeter Sherman. Okay, to me it makes one in 176 scale, in 1/16 scale. But no instructions, all right? What about this one? Really nothing there. Yeah, it's this kit. This is what the box would have looked like for this particular vehicle. Let's download these instructions from Dragon, see what we have. Something. 6th Armor Division, Luxembourg. That one's camouflage white. We're not doing white camo. This is not the time or place for that. And here's one, 8th Tank Battalion, 4th Armor Division. Looks like it's painted some kind of, in France, looks like it's painted in some kind of yellow on it as well. Some buff type color. So really nothing that inspirational. All right, so we're going to take matters into our own hands then. If we don't have any kind of guidance. Let's put on the super readers. Okay. Decals misbehaving. Actually never had something like that happen before. Old Petting House decals. Okay, so that was a 14. So let's, what do we got? We got 12, 13, 14. Let's just go ahead and call it 14. Fuck it. I mean, I'm okay with that. I left my fine detail brush out. I guess I didn't. All right, let's get a little bit of white out here. And of course, a drop of the flow aid. And a tiny little bit of black. That's black brown. There it is. Now I got 14. Hey, Nordic, what's up, man? Just a little bit of a late start. I figured anything I can do is going to be better than not doing anything at all. Hopefully, you're no longer under the weather and you're cured good as new. Good as nearly new. And we'll go to the other side and put the 14 over there as well. Still under the weather. Well, we had a summer-like day today. It was a relatively hot day. Got up into the low 80s. And I don't understand how somebody would like the heat of Florida. Because, the problem is not just the heat, but it comes with bugs. And, if you like bugs, there's something wrong with you. It's just, there's no value in bugs. Zero value in bugs. Yeah. Well, when we get a little later in the season, and you get cold snaps and warm snaps, that makes all the tree sperm, the pollen, just go nuts. And I don't know that I really have allergies, but it definitely feels it feels sniffly when you shouldn't feel sniffly. So I actually got caught part of an episode of something that I don't know about looking forward to watching is a little bit not exactly what I had in mind, but just because I don't look forward to watching just about anything, there's always like major errors with anything that's historical or whatever. But I caught parts of that Masters of the Air and I wasn't impressed. Like, and as I suspected, it's not as good as the Pacific, which is not as good as the Band of Brothers. So, um, there doesn't seem to be hardly any action in it at all. But I can't say I'm surprised. It's this new miniseries that I think Spielberg was in charge of doing it. Masters of the Air. It's all about Eighth Air Force bombers. Figured, oh, there'll be like dogfighting and stuff. Nope. I was actually planning on waiting to watch it with my daughter, and glad I didn't because it's not worth her time. It's just, there's better things to watch. I think it's on Apple TV. The only reason we even have that is because my wife is one of those people that's got to have her Apple phone, and I think it comes with a prescription, with a subscription. I don't know. I don't get in all those details. But the air war of the Second World War is definitely my weak spot. It's the one. It's the one I'm the least interested in, and therefore I know less about it. Yeah, not really interested in the aircraft so much, but probably at some point we'll build some aircraft. It's not like I haven't built aircraft before. I just haven't built any in 35 years, seems like. A long time. And I like painting aircraft and I like how they look, regardless of how effective they are. I have no problem painting like a Messerschmitt 410, which I think is a very attractive plane, regardless of it being a flawed piece of crap. You know, hey Steve, welcome back. So planes, especially, I'm I gravitate more what they look like, not necessarily the performance. Well, this thing is, I'm having all kinds of problems with this catching. Wonder why. I wonder why that's happening. And again, there's people at the house. They're watching TV in the other room. So if you hear something that sounds like the TV going on, well, it is. Okay, I'm not really happy with how those numbers came out. Something ain't quite right. Let's put some more paint on here. A little bit of the flow aid. Let's try it again. Once more into the breach. One of the problems with starting a little too late. Okay, that's a little better. And we're going to weather over it anyway, so. You will be right back. Thanks for the warning. You have been warned. All right, let's look at some numbers on some of these vehicles. Oh, these are the decals from the Tamiya kit. Thank you. Houston Kid. Okay, these are 301 codes. I just don't think this was the brush that I was using for the fine detail. I wonder where it went to. I don't recognize any of these. Oh, wasn't that one. Might have been this one. This ain't it. This is not it. And it's not this one either. No, I should be on here tomorrow morning, so I can't be on here super late, but I really don't want to go to sleep at this time. But I do get pretty tired on Friday nights. Oh, lovely. All right. This is the one we want. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, what's the middle letter over here? A 0. Okay. Rick lurking again. I don't know. Nerd burglar, nerd burglar, nerd burglar. Did he appear? Revenge of the nerd burglar. Right back in 1 second, folks. Did an excellent job lettering serial numbers using the same brush. Yeah, but I cleaned up my area. Who knows which one it is? No. I randomly found that one as well. So I could just as randomly find another one. I don't think it was one that had this much, that was this long. I could be wrong. There we go. That's better. There we go. And we'll clean up that one a little bit. Got a serial number down there, a tank number down there in the back. I'm going to go ahead and drill this out for the antenna. Since it's just going into plastic. I found a use for these old clippers. They're not the Tamiya ones. See one of these. There you go. Third time's a charm. Hard time getting rid of coughs after having walking pneumonia back in 2009. I had a cough last year that wouldn't go away. Never did find out what the problem was. Problem is I was alive. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, we're going to put a little bit of epoxy for that. We don't need that right this second. I think we can weather this. I think we should be able to weather that. Here. And let's get the usual culprits, which are Iraqi sand and U.S. field drab. U.S. field drab first. These are the same colors you're going to see on the base color of this vehicle, on the base stand of this vehicle. Start with the running gear first. The painting I just did rubbed off. Oh well, shit happens. Oh, there was a number there. It's funny, yesterday feels like a Friday, and today doesn't feel like a Friday. Feels like a work night. Did my visitors leave early? No, they're here through Sunday, I think. And this particular vehicle is the one that did not look very exciting at all when I got it. It was undersized. It was already pre-glued. It was already pre-glued badly, relatively badly. And just, sometimes you're just not inspired by stuff. But I think it's going to end up looking just fine. It's just, it puts doubt. But I definitely don't think I'll be making it past 10. So I got to get up early to paint in the morning. You may be around this morning, man. It's a long night, man. I hope you feel fine if you are. If anybody can understand the pain of a headache, it's me. I can't think with them. That looks pretty equivalent. Now let's get a rack of sand out here. Finish this yob. See, do these come off? Ish. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. And we got some wet spots on there, but after you end up adding a clear coat to it, you can't even tell that they're there. We'll paint tools in the morning and yeah. Let's see if we can redress this now. A little bit, now that it's dry a little bit. Okay. We'll let that dry overnight. Glued your Polish machine gunners under the stands and got the Viejo ground paste up, making slow progress. Well, sometimes slow's okay as long as you don't have to redo something. Three oh 10447. Okay. I think this is where we're going to stop. We need to get on here about an hour, just shy of it. Yeah, I wanted to make some progress. So color-wise, it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. And they look equivalent. They don't look out of place next to each other. Okay, folks, well, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys in the morning, if you're morning people. And if not, we'll catch you guys later in the day. All right, folks, thanks for stopping.